What if the biggest secret on the planet was hidden behind the simplest password imaginable? Well, today, we're diving into the absolutely wild story of a lone hacker who says he found it. The thing is, he wasn't after money or power. He was looking for the truth about UFOs. This is the incredible story of Gary McKinnon. So, let's set the scene. Our story starts in the most ordinary place you can think of, a girlfriend's aunt's flat in London. There are no secret bunkers here, no high-tech command centers. It's just one guy, a computer, and this burning curiosity. And from that very flat, using a painfully slow 56K dial-up modem, that screeching sound a lot of us probably remember, this one individual managed to pull off what U.S. prosecutors would later call the biggest military computer hack of all time. But here's the kicker. McKinnon wasn't a spy. He wasn't trying to steal a financial data or classified weapons designs. He was hunting for something else entirely. So the real question is, what could possibly be so important that he would risk literally everything to find it? So who was this guy? Who was the man at the center of this huge international incident? Well, let's meet the protagonist of our story. Yeah, make no mistake, McKinnon wasn't some state-sponsored cybercriminal. He was, by all accounts, just a curious computer admin living in London. He was fueled by testimony from high-level witnesses, things like the Disclosure Project, and he had this one simple, really powerful motivation. He just wanted to know for himself if the truth was really out there. Now, what's so fascinating about this is the sheer imbalance of power. Look at this. On one side, you have Gary McKinnon with his dial-up modem in a London flat, running a simple script. And on the other side, the entire might of the U.S. military and intelligence community, NASA, the Pentagon, the U.S. Navy, the Air Force, even the NSA. It is a true digital David and Goliath story. So how in the world did he actually do it? Well, the answer is almost as shocking as the hack itself. Turns out, the world's most secure networks had a surprisingly simple, wide-open backdoor. So here's the crucial part. There was no sophisticated, unbreakable code involved. McKinnon would connect in the middle of the night, right around 4 a.m., and just run a simple Perl script. What did it do? It scanned these highly secure networks for computers with a blank administrator password. And guess what? He found them. A lot of them. The world's most protected systems had left the front door completely unlocked. And this is where the story gets really, really wild. Because once he was inside, what McKinnon claims to have found goes way beyond a simple security lapse and dives straight into the realm of science fiction. He says he found documents mentioning a program with the codename Solar Warden, and the files he claims he saw suggested this was a secret off-world fleet of spacecraft operated by the U.S. Navy. Basically, a parallel space program totally hidden from you, me, and the rest of the public. The details of what he says he found are just incredible. He claims he saw a spreadsheet listing non-terrestrial officers. What does that even mean? Officers stationed somewhere other than Earth? He says he found shipping logs for fleet-to-fleet material transfers. And maybe most amazing of all, he claims he stumbled upon a high-res image of a massive, seamless, cigar-shaped object just sitting in a NASA building's graphic files, an image he was booted from the system before he could finish downloading. And look, this wasn't just a quick peek into one or two computers. Over a couple of years, McKinnon gained access to 97 separate networks. 97. And these weren't just random websites. We're talking about computers belonging to NASA and multiple branches of the U.S. military. The scope of his access was absolutely immense. So, as you can probably guess, the United States government did not appreciate this intrusion. After he was caught, McKinnon's life was completely turned upside down, kicking off a grueling, decade-long legal battle for his freedom. The U.S. definitely didn't see him as some curious UFO hunter. They painted him as a malicious hacker who was a threat to national security. They pursued his extradition with everything they had, wanting to try him in the States where he could have faced up to 70 years in prison. This timeline really puts his ordeal into perspective, right? From his arrest in 2002, he was basically living in limbo for 10 years. His case went all the way to the highest courts in the UK before the British government finally, in 2012, stepped in and blocked the extradition, citing his human rights. So after a decade of legal fights and these mind-blowing claims, the story of Gary McKinnon really just leaves us with one huge lingering question. Was he a dangerous cyber terrorist who recklessly endangered national security, just like the U.S. government claimed? Or was he a digital explorer, maybe a modern-day folk hero who risked his own freedom in a courageous search for a truth he believed was being deliberately hidden from all of us? Well, that's the question his story leaves for you to decide.